Hey, folks. I'm the master quilter.
You enjoy that?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you own this game.
I know, my
That's his
game
game.
within Carlos. I feel really special.
We are the Beans and Dice Podcast, a podcast about how we game, and we just finished playing Calico by Kevin Russ, published by AEG Games and Flat Out Games. And today, we're going to give you our impressions.
Yeah.
Our first impressions. Stick around.
You're listening to the Beans and Dice Podcast, a podcast about how we game.
All right, welcome back. Thanks again for sticking around. Again, I'm the master quilter. I just won our
you
first
did.
game.
So you up first. What did you think?
Woo, woo, woo. All right, so Calico is a tile lane pattern building game. I guess we would.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
That's
I'm not up on the lingo.
main two things.
You're
yeah.
the BGG guy. What are the mechanics of this?
I
game?
haven't looked at BGG. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's definitely an abstract game. You
Yeah.
could
Bag drawing.
you could full on take away the quilts and the patterns and the cats and boil this down to an abstract game,
Yeah.
like a Zool or something where it's all just colors and patterns and
yeah,
whatnot.
it's abstract.
Patchwork-ish.
Yeah. Yep.
Isle of Cat-ish.
Yep.
But what's different about this game, in when you are playing the game, you're going not only for the objectives that you have on the board, so we'll do a cut tight here, you can see these different 3 objectives on the board. These are the main objectives that you start with, and they're randomized, so each game they're going to be different. You're going to have a little bit of decision-making on which ones go on the board. And then, we'll zoom out a bit more, here is a color wheel, where you're also scoring points for combining multiple colors in areas, and then you're also getting bonus points for these cats that are here. These cats will give you points for combining certain patterns on the board. So the push and pulls, and this is what I like about the game, is the push and pull of it. So we'll come back here. The push and pull of the game is what I enjoy because I've got this system that I've set in place that I'm trying to go for goal-wise. I created this. I set this up. This is my own. No one is sharing this with me. This is diametrically opposed to these scoring mechanisms.
Sure.
Because this scoring mechanism and this scoring mechanism want me to combine multiples of colors and multiples of patterns in different ways to score these points. And if I want to go for these, it's going to make it harder to meet these objectives.
Sure.
Yep.
I like that push-pull decision-making that you have to do here.
Yeah. I will say, I mean, it was fun. It was a really fun game. We played it quicker than I thought we would, which is good.
Especially on a work night.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was quick.
It was good. And there were moments where it got more exciting than I thought it was going to. There were several things in our play
Stand-up moments of like drawing out of the bag.
What's going to come out, and then when that tile dropped, I mean, it was like, whoa, it dropped. And
Or
it
even
was
worse,
actually fun.
when you set out a new tile into the tableau for selecting, right? So the offering table.
Right.
And seeing the one you need
Yeah.
and just praying that the person that's up before you doesn't take
And that
it.
got you the win.
That got me the win.
2 turns in a row. The
That
tile
got
you
me the
needed was
win.
out there. We didn't know you needed it, but
It worked.
I was going to say, it is a pretty solitaire, and that's where, I mean, I guess
It
you could
is.
try to pay more attention to other people, but you're spending most of your time looking at your board, trying to figure out what you're going to do, and so you could play more of a heating your neighbor type of game, but it really kind of focuses you in on what you're doing. So,
yeah. I liked how, in some ways, the complexity, so many different options, makes you realize I can't do it all.
Right.
So then it makes you focus, which is why I never bothered looking at your board ever, because it was like, I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
Like, I knew if I tried to figure out what you needed to, it's twice the work.
Yeah.
I'm already trying to just manage one thing. So I actually liked that on my turn, there was nothing you guys could do to change the 2 tiles I already had. I knew what I could play, and then it was all about, what's going to come out in the market area.
That says a lot about this game and the amount of energy and focus it requires for your board. Because, Nick, you are one of those players that is known for not only knowing what you are doing in the next 3 turns, but seeing our positions and knowing what we might likely do on our turns for your next turn. And to watch you miss hate drafting on a draft that didn't matter.
That's right.
Right?
I could have picked any of those. It
A
didn't matter
draft
to me.
that didn't matter. Your focus was so tight on your board
Yep.
that you didn't recognize that you could have stolen the game from me with that draft.
Yep. Yep. And I did only, and then you only won by 2 points. I mean, that was.
But
it.
some
was
people
close.
would want that. Some people would want that in their game.
Sure. Yeah.
But then you have your chaos theory players,
Yeah.
right? We know who they are.
Yeah.
No names. I'm not going to say any names.
Like
I'm
you?
just going to spell them out. DAN.
Yeah. Or that too. Yeah.
Your chaos theories players who would enjoy the hate drafting component, right? If I win, I win. But if I don't, I'm just going to have fun watching you squirm when I take what you need.
I will say there's maybe a lesson to be learned there if you're trying to play. And we've talked about this before. I actually don't care too much about winning. I enjoy having fun. I think this is a social
Because
experience.
it's for the team.
It's for the team.
Sure.
But I will say
still need that on
a small lesson.
For the
And I even said it out loud. As soon as I realized that to my board it didn't matter, I even said, like, well, wait, does it really not matter? Like, I did double check. I double checked to see if it really didn't matter. Next time I play, if there's a situation where I'm in a position where it truly doesn't matter to me,
Sure.
that's the one scenario where maybe you do look
Spend
up.
a little extra time
You
to
do look
look
up
around.
and you're like, okay, well, if it doesn't matter to me,
Yeah.
where does it matter?
And that's when we go into the pendulum game and steal one of their sand timers and say, you got this much time after you place your tile or to place a tile. We could AP it if we need to, but that's where we as adults hold each other accountable.
Sure.
To say, hey, look, man, you're ruining the experience for others. You're looking too far ahead. But I don't think that happened at all. And you guys can watch the playthrough.
Yeah.
Watch the playthrough, and you'll see that
quick.
There were moments when we jammed ourselves thinking-wise, but that didn't occur every turn.
Yeah,
There were some turns where we
had a
just
couple
were
of
bang,
points.
bang,
Yeah.
bang, getting through them.
Yeah.
So it is okay to occasionally pause, slow down, really think about a turn,
Yeah.
because not every turn's going to be that.
I think we played in under an hour, and that was our first playthrough. So I mean, that's a mark that if once we know the game a little better, we probably knock it down to about 30 minutes. So yeah.
I'm just remembering that this is the whole thing with these,
double
with
layer
these
board,
super
yeah.
thick cardboard. These are loose tiles, 22, 25 loose
Watch
tiles.
the unboxing video. You'll see the close-up of the components. We zoomed in on them when we showed the components.
Yep.
It's a great video to watch if you want to see more on the components.
It's like from back there, it's even hard to tell. Like these are just loose tiles, but you have to like pick them out. That's pretty good.
Can you think of anything you didn't like?
Well, I was going to say, between the three of us, I think I definitely liked it the least, but I kind of knew that coming in. It wasn't really my style of game. I'm not much into
We
the
had Alfred
abstract.
the ice cream to come out.
Yeah, the abstract puzzle-y didn't do anything. The theme didn't do anything. Quilts and cats, I'm not a fan particularly of either one. So it was enjoyable. It's definitely not a game that I'm going to jump out and try to purchase or that I'm going to be too excited to play again. But I liked how quick it was. That was good. So if we were to fit this into a game night and it hit the table, I certainly would jump over and play it. So
How was it getting Gwen?
that
fun?
was fun, but I saw how much I sacrificed doing that, and just trying to do that, I saw you guys starting to get more buttons.
It's like a
and
15-point swing.
yeah, starting to get the others.
sacrifice on that.
Yeah, so it was hard because I had to span across the whole board, and so it really messed up what I was trying to do as far as the three objectives on the board.
We are the Beans and Dice Podcast, a podcast about how we game. I'm Carlos,
I'm Nick.
I'm Rob.
and this was our first impressions of Calico by Kevin Russ, published by, let's say it again, AG and Flat Out Games. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.
Keep gaming.
Yes.
Thanks for watching the Beans and Dice podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe.